making our Christmas memories.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be me reviewing Ink Bucket 2021 planner after using it for, well, the entire year. And I know a lot of you have been requesting a proper flip through of the planner, but honestly I have such personal things in that I don't think I'd be able to do justice to a flip through video, except for the monthly planning pages, which also in a way is personal, but I've always shared that with all of you in my monthly plan with me live streams. I will just review this planner and share my experience of how this entire year went in terms of my goals, including my vision board, all of that. Okay, it's gonna be a fun, chill, casual video, so grab some snacks or maybe your favorite drink and let's get into this video. So of course by now you know that I've been using the Ink Bucket 2021 planner. This is how it looks, and despite me using it religiously every single day, look at the condition. Like, it's still in mint condition. It just goes to show how great the quality of this planner is. Unfortunately the 2021 version does not come with the monthly tab, which fortunately enough the 2022 version of Ink Bucket planner does have. Because I didn't have it, I've been using these page markers which are so handy. So the first part is goodbye 2020, hello 2021. Love this section. I wish I could share it with you, but yeah, again, it's personal. Then we have this vision board. Now I will come back to this. Coming to the main page, which is the let's set goals and make plans section, and they have given these categories for work goals, personal health, relationship, financial, other goals, etc. Now I have done a separate dedicated video for goal setting. In case you haven't watched that, I will link it up here. Really good. I recently watched it and I did that same process again. But yeah, in that video I spoke about having 3 big priorities or 3 main big goals, and well, the rest you could just turn it into mini goals, and I've divided all of that into personal health, work, whatever the categories were given here. Now let's just have the main goals out of the picture, right? So I had a 100k goal, well, rather vision. Like, again, you won't understand these terms if you haven't watched the goal setting video, so highly suggest you watch that in case you haven't. But yeah, my 100k vision, of course we're not there, but I do want to emphasize on the fact that these goals are just meant to guide me in that direction and not necessarily the deciding factor of whether this year was successful or not, you know, if that makes sense. Now, me being very goal oriented, very result oriented, of course when I just look at 100k and see that I haven't achieved it, it does target my heart, it does hurt me, it does disappoint me. But this year has been a huge, you know, stepping stone for me in terms of my personal growth, and I am trying to really come out of it and seeing this as progress. Because, well, if I hadn't set the 100k goal, I really wouldn't have reached the 60k mark, which we've all achieved together. So yeah, I would really look at these goals from the perspective of progress as opposed to, you know, destination. I would definitely say that I have progressed and achieved my goal in that sense, but of course technically if you want to look, I haven't, but don't worry, 2022 is there, we shall make it happen. One of my second goal was money related, which I did change at the half year mark of 2021, which I did mention in one of my videos, probably in June journey, I'm not sure. But yeah, the money related one, honestly, yes, I did hit the money mark, but I wouldn't say it was stable. I really wanted the income to be stable, but I did make the money that I wanted to. In fact, really surpassed it. So I guess it's a win in a way. That was a goal that I gave up half year only because I did not relate to that goal anymore. I didn't want to somehow run behind numbers and money, so to speak. I just wanted to focus on my work. Instead of that, I created an Instagram goal, I believe, and 30,000 followers, which nowhere near. I hit 1/3 of it. Honestly, I'm very happy about, because I really wanted to hit that 10k milestone, and I did. I'm at 11k. Even though I did put out a lot more content on my Instagram than my previous years, I wasn't really consistent. Consistency is everything, guys, especially when it comes to social media. Coming to the other third main goal that I had was fitness related, and I don't know if I mentioned it, I did want to hit 22% body fat. This is the only one I would say no, because what really happened was I was at this stage and then I gained a lot of weight, and now I'm back to the point where it all began. So yeah, definitely could have done that better, but I'm proud to say that the past 2 months I've been consistently working out. I've been taking care of my health, my diet, everything. If you're part of my Insta fam, you already know this because I'm every day updating you all on my gym outings and stuff. So if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you follow. Now coming to a few of the mini goals I set here, there was a full side split. Lol, I did not even make an effort. I think it was just one of those fluffy goals that I just put in for the sake of putting goals. Don't do that, guys, because there's no point really. There's also read 1 book a month, which I think many of you know about this challenge that I was doing. 2020, I basically read zilch, like probably one book, and I really wanted to bring that habit back by making sure that I read at least one book a month. So technically that's 12 books in a year, and I have to say I did not. I failed to achieve it. I think I've read 8 books, but that's quite close to the 12 books mark, and I'm very happy with the progress I've made because like I said, just because I set this goal of 12 books a year, I at least read 8 books. I'd still give it like a thumbs up, Megs. I'm glad you did end up reading 8 books. I would love to focus more on fictional books this time, or even at least reading 12 books, like no matter if it's non-fiction or fiction. I will share more on my 2022 goals in my 2022 planner setup videos, so again stay tuned for that. In case you don't know which planner I have bought, then I will link up this particular video where I've shared which planner I will be going for the year 2022. There were also these 2 mini goals that I had set in the beginning of the year, and I thought, this is what I want for the entire year, but unfortunately they did change again at the half year mark. So one of the goals was channel membership. For those of you who are new to my channel, probably don't know, I did have a YouTube channel membership going on. There were like 3 tiers and it was going nice, but yeah, I just felt like it wasn't the right time. There were things happening. I think my dad even got COVID that time and I was just in a very disturbed mental space. I just decided to take down my membership. It was a good decision for me, for my mental health. So yeah, one of the goals related to that was 300 members, which of course I didn't achieve. I achieved 100 members, which I'm very grateful for. Cloud fam, love you forever. Another goal that changed was studying Korean. I did stop around like again the half year mark because yeah, I just felt like I needed a break from it. I was just stagnant. There was no learning happening, and whatever I was learning, I couldn't recall it, and I was just getting confused. Of course, I'm doing self-study, so there's no tutor helping me out. Really was frustrated with the entire process, to be honest. So I just gave up and thought, Meghna, now's not the time. You can focus on studying this any other time. And I did have a lot of other things going on in the background as well. Other than that, investing, check mark. I even had a mini goal of me trying to pick up more Premiere Pro editing skills, which I did. And now coming to the vision board. So yeah, one of the pictures is of the 100k silver play button, which of course, like I mentioned, I could not achieve. But having said that, I am so freaking proud of the progress I made. To think that I was at 29,000 subscribers at the beginning of the year and now I'm at 60k subscribers, that is growth to me, that is progress. And also forget the silver play button. I did so much in terms of my channel. I challenged myself so much. I did a 30-day self-love challenge on my Instagram. I even did June journey, which was literally posting every single day for the month of June. That's 30 videos. And I also simultaneously was posting 30 videos on Instagram. I still don't know how I did it. I don't think I could ever do it again because it was so tough. It was one of the biggest challenges that I'm so proud I overcame. So I also started channel membership, something that was completely new to me. And by the end of the year, I even did a new series called as Planner-thon, which again, I'm very, very proud of. Of course, I could not do Vlogmas like I did last year, but there's no regrets. Apart from all this, I even got myself a manager who's also a lovely friend. And I started working with brands, which was not happening last year for many reasons. But this time, because I got myself a manager, she handled everything so smoothly and I'm so grateful for that. So I think even in terms of my channel, forget having silver play button, just accomplishing so many other things. I am so proud of myself, and honestly it's thanks to all of you. So
there are also these really effective affirmations or quotes like, creativity is not a competition, money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways, create every day, I get paid well for my work, I welcome abundance into my daily life, grateful for small things, big things and everything in between.
I think for me, for the most part, everything has turned out to be true. There are also some pictures related to travel, especially in Seoul, because I really wanted to go there, whether that's for a BTS concert or just to like hang out in Seoul. मुझे तो पता ही नहीं था कि COVID अभी तक last होने वाला है. So yeah, a lot of the travel plans were squished, the abroad ones. But having said that, I did end up taking so many vacations and so many trips with my friends and family this year. I would say it's a check mark. Dance ka bhi dala hai, which I don't think I'm satisfied with it. Like I did dance here and there, but not as much as I'd like. A picture of a girl reading, for sure, I did make a huge progress in that area. And funnily, there's one thing that I want to mention. That this girl is in the tub with a book. Now this was actually recreated by me when I went to Mangalore. Finally, I found a bathtub in my hotel, which I'm just not the luckiest when it comes to bathtubs. It's so surreal looking at this picture and knowing that I did have that beautiful bathtub experience. Of course, there wasn't any foam because I forgot to take a bath bomb. I did not think. Either ways, I'm still grateful that at least that relaxing experience of being in a bathtub, having a book, even having a drink, it was just magical. There's also a picture of like a girl who looks quite fashionable and trendy. Not something I was this year. Like, and of course, there's another fitness picture, which, haha, let's be real, did not happen. A cooking picture, which I think I'd give myself a pass because I did cook quite a bit than last year. And yeah, there were certain other things also that are a bit more personal, which did not happen, which really broke my heart. So let's not even even go there. So I'd say this time's vision board was like a half success, half not success, but more towards the success part. There's always 2022. We're gonna make sure that next year is magical. That was it for me reflecting on my vision board, my goals. I do want to show this particular page. We're at the year at a glance page, and if you don't know this already, I track my mood here. Now all the oranges that you see are my okay regular days, and the purple ones that you see are the beautiful, amazing, crazy days. Love those days. And the blacks that you see are the really bad days, emotional breakdown days, anxiety days. I did have a lot of black days, so to speak, in August because, well, that was my beautiful depression month. If you want to know more about that, I will link up this vlog here where I've explained everything about it. No year is going to be filled with happiness and joy and euphoria, but I'm very, very happy to see so many purple lines. This year has been beautiful. It has been beautiful in its own way, had its own challenges as well, but I'm going to look at the purple lines and just feel happy about that because it truly had so many blessings, which I'm grateful for. And yeah, then we have the monthly grid section. I did not use it as much as I'd like. I'm just showing you one of the monthly goals pages just so that you guys get an idea. This is how I filled it every single month, and you would have seen it if you followed my monthly plan with me live streams. I will link the undated version of this planner in the description box. Also the 2022 planner in case you're interested in buying it. The weekly daily spread, which I can't share. This is like the most personal aspect of this planner. I used it diligently. I also have to give special shout out to the weekly reflections part because barely seen any planners do this. So you can see how I used it. You can pause the video, see for yourself. There were certain weeks for sure that I could not fill in the weekly reflections page because I'm lazy sometimes like that. And one part that I did not like filling up was the meal plan section. I just never knew what to put there. And yeah, another section that I personally really enjoyed was the monthly in review section. Of course, this is the empty one. I never used to use the notes section too much, to be very honest. Like many of the notes section for me have just remained empty. After this, we have highlights of the year page, which I really, really love. Is a non-negotiable for me to track every single year in my planner. Certain planners don't come with this section. You can always set up your own highlights of the year in these empty notes pages because this is what's going to really, really matter in the years to come. You're going to look back to this section and be like, wow, this year was beautiful. If I wanted to, I really can think of 2021 literally one of the worst years for me, mentally speaking. And every time I think that, I just have to look at this page and be like, wow, Meghna, 2021 was lit. It was freaking amazing and there's so much to be grateful for. And then again, we have two more notes pages which you can see still empty. There's a girl dancing in between, and that's because I was just, tracking the number of choreographies or dances I end up doing or uploading rather. In case you're wondering where all these dances are, 99% of them are on my Instagram, so make sure you again check them out.
Also, I don't think I mentioned the ones that are highlighted are the ones that are uploaded. So the ones that are not highlighted are the ones that I choreographed or learned but just never ended up uploading because I'm too self-critical.
Stickers. Now you'd see I haven't used a lot. That's because I do have so many other stickers which I've been using more often. Like you can see, I've barely used any stickers from this planner. Now if you're wondering what I do with this, I actually use the scissors and tear these pages out and just keep it with the rest of my stickers so that they don't go for waste. Another fun thing that I was tracking on my planner are the books that I was reading. I'm still proud of all the highlighted ones, which are the ones that I completed. Very excited for this page, which is tracking all the movies that I watched, also the TV series or reality shows that I've been watching. And then we have more empty notes pages which unfortunately are not filled. And yeah, another notes pages where I have just written some random to-do lists because I realized these are just empty, might as well use them. And more notes and empty pages. In this pocket, I did fill it up with previous few years ke planner ke stickers. That is it, guys. That was my Ink Bucket 2021 flip through, if you can call that, or just in general a review after using it for a year. My favorite planner, so highly recommend this planner. Please remember not to be too hard on yourself when you're reviewing your goals, reviewing your vision board, reviewing everything in your life. Be kind to yourself, see the progress. Even if you've made one step towards that goal, that is still progress, that is still something that you've achieved. So yeah, I know this video was a lot of me just talking and chilling. I hope you guys were not bored. Do let me know if you like this video by giving it a thumbs up. Please don't forget, guys, I feel many of you watch my videos and just move away from it even if you liked it. So I really encourage anyone who did like the video to actually hit the thumbs up button. Okay, it really supports my channel, supports me, makes me know that you guys are enjoying such videos. Also comment down below how your experience with your planner was, whichever planner that was. I would love to know. And stay tuned for my new planner setup video that will be coming up. Till now I haven't received the planner, but the moment I receive it, I will be shooting that video. So stay subscribed, click on the bell icon so that you do not miss out on that video and the future coming videos. And that's pretty much it. I will see you next time. Till then, stay happy, positive and blessed, and be kind to yourself. Bye.
Everyone else. Christmas memories.